is Sir Nipplington and welcome back to Minecraft. Today we're going to be having a look at one of the easiest item sorters in the game, the fundamentals, and how to build it. So let's get right into it. To start off with, we've got 8 chests here with 8 different items, and in the chest upstairs we've got 9 different items here. And we want them all to go into their corresponding chests, with the last item going into the last rubbish chest, as it would be. So firstly what we're going to do is we're just going to grab ourselves a chest and plop him right there. So all these items start funneling down into their corresponding spots, and hopefully by the end of the video I'll be able to show you everything worked. So let's have a look at hoppers and how they work. If we put an item into that first hopper, it'll travel along all of said hoppers and finally make its way into this chest. But if you power a hopper like so, it won't actually leave the hopper. It stays there while it is powered. We can definitely use this to our advantage in our item sorting system. As you can see, once it's unpowered, it'll just carry on. Just goes on until it hits a powered hopper. This is essentially how the item sorter is going to work. The other side of the item sorting system is the comparators. They will read how many items you have in your system in order to try and organize them. As you can see, no items, no signal. One item, one signal. This goes up to 22 items for one signal. Once you get to 23, you'll get 2 redstone lines. 45, you'll still get only 2. Once you get to 46, that's when you get your 3. This is the magic number we're going to be working with today. So we want to set our item sorter to 2. When we do this, the item we want sorted, being a diamond block in this case, probably not an item you're going to have sorted, let's be honest. We want that at 41, 42, 3, 4 and 5. You want these items here to be completely different. Something you will never throw into the item sorter. I even recommend naming them something obscure. Maybe subscribe. Once you've named them something obscure, you know that no one else, even yourself, is accidentally going to throw said item into the filter and break it. Here's 2 I built earlier. One of them works, one of them doesn't. Yet they look like they're built almost identical. They all have 3 redstone lines coming out the back. They both have a comparator, not in subtract mode. They've both got redstone torches. They've both got repeaters. But this one has got the hopper facing down. Due to hopper mechanics, this one will feed this one and this one will grab off of this one in this position. So the best way to do it is feed your hopper into your comparator. That way you know it's going to be locked. Once you've got the hopper locked in this position here, you're ready to go to begin sorting items. So we're going to sort out some diamond blocks. As you see, nothing has happened. It is completely as it was before. However, if we put in one item into here, watch that redstone torch. As you can see, it turns off and back on again relatively quickly. This function allows one block to travel through the hopper and down into the next hopper. This hopper, being powered by this block, will unfortunately hold one item. The rest will go down into the chest. So let's just chuck all these in here. And as you can see, they all flow down. It'll get to a point where it wants to hold on to a certain amount. 41. And your 4 holding blocks. I don't think there's much more to cover on the fundamentals and the basics on how the system works. We've gone through how the comparator works and the signal strength you need. We've gone through how locking a hopper with a block and a bit of power will stop any motion from happening, and it will stop it feeding or grabbing from the next ones. And we've gone through a couple what not to do's. So let's get into how to build one. Inside this chest, we have all we're going to need to build one section of a hopper item sorting system. So the first thing you're probably going to have is a chest that you want the items to go into. We're just going to put another one on top of it just to make it a little bit more complicated. You want to grab these hoppers and you want to place them into the chests. Now that we've got our hoppers going into our chests, we want stuff to go into these hoppers. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start the actual item sorter itself. Now remember, do not put this hopper facing into this hopper or it will not work. It has to face into something else, i.e. a phantom block or a block that is also part of the build maybe. And then we want to put down, oh, here's an idea. We'll put that last hopper in here. And then we want to put down the rest of these here blocks in this type of pattern. This pattern here will allow the redstone to travel across and down into this block. The repeater will grab that signal from this block and it will then turn this torch off. Turning that torch off unpowers that block, allowing these two hoppers to sort the items. I just realized that I actually built these slightly different. They both work. You can have them, I'll even make them the same just so we can have it consistent. So there you go. This sorting system here will do 3 and this one will also do 3. Our little example sorter. Now what if we wanted to actually sort some items through? Like here. Same setup really. We got some junk, we've got something, and we've got something. In these, we're going to have block of gold and block of iron. Here we go, we've got plenty of this lying around. So if I won't put too much in there, otherwise it'll take forever. I'll just put 16 of each. Just wait one moment while I try to look like I know what I'm doing. We'll put the block of iron in there, we'll put the blocks of diamond in there, and we'll put the 16 gold in there. If we come around to here, you should be able to actually see some of it working very, very subtly. On the left, you can see that their signal is lit up, meaning it turned that torch off. Now this one is lit up, it's turned that torch off. As it comes around, all of those items now have gone into their corresponding chests. We've got the gold with the gold. We've got the diamond with the diamond. And whatever else was left over being the iron blocks. Now I wonder, how far has this gone through? Oh, it's empty. So if we have a look here, we've got 64 string, we've got 64 redstone, 64 spider eyes, we have 64 iron, 64 poppy, 64 sugar, 64 gunpowder, 64 sticks, and all of the remaining. And that has worked perfectly. Also, as you can notice, we can get a fair bit of this. This is very useful in this circumstance, with these items, maybe a witch farm with an iron farm in the middle. But yeah, if you got yourself a witch farm and you want to AFK overnight for a week, you want to have a lot of storage, this would be one of the ways to go. Probably the best thing about this item sorter is the fact that you can tile them right next to each other and nothing will affect the next one. When this sets off 1, 2, the third signal, the other third signal would be 1, 2, 3, meaning it doesn't actually affect the item sorter next to it. And also again, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't ever affect the one next to it, meaning these are infinitely stackable. As long as you can find a way to get the items to run across the top, whether it be hoppers, ice streams, water streams. So we've built ourselves a standalone item sorter. Let's have a go at building some tiled ones, a whole bunch next to each other. Step 1 is, well, put hoppers into the back of your barrels / chests. Step 2 would be to place, place down these blocks roughly in this order. There's many ways you can do it. and everyone will find their own way to do it. But this is the way I'm doing it. And so we will put down a whole bunch of these comparators here. And again, like I suggested, I like to do it this way. Although it won't hurt doing it this way. That's actually a lot quicker in this scenario. It all depends on how you're attacking the situation. Once you got your comparators down and all of your hoppers here, you also again need some way for these items to go through your item system. So we're just gonna chuck down all of these hoppers because they are the easiest way to travel items from here across the tops of all of these hoppers and then out to yonder. These hoppers here will only pick up items that are the same as what is in there. That is why it is so important that your placeholder is something that isn't going to go into there. The second thing is, make sure you finish building the rest of the item sorter before you assume that it's going to work. I don't even know what step we're up to. So, step 78, you need to put down, I find, again, easier to do it in a certain pattern, but everybody has their own way of doing it. And it all really comes down to where you're building it. You may not have such flexibility. It might be easier to place certain blocks in different patterns. So if we put down, we don't want a comparator there, we want a repeater to grab the signal. I've found that once you've stacked a whole bunch of these, like 30 long, and you've already put all of the blocks down, it's very hard to come past and replace all the repeaters because, well, now you got stuff in the way. But if you do it like thus, you avoid these problems. Now the top layer is all of your redstone. Remember, they don't interfere with each other, so you don't have to worry about anything fancy here. Just place them all down as if they weren't next to each other. Congratulations! You've now built yourself an item sorter that can travel and handle 8 items. But you're probably going to want to give yourself some sort of rubbish bin as well, just in case anything that isn't sorted in here can actually find its way out. What if you accidentally throw your Silk Touch diamond pickaxe into that hopper? You'll have to go searching through, well, maybe hundreds of hoppers. So to avoid this, we're just going to put a quick little chest down the bottom here, put this sneaky chest here, and we'll go up. Anything now that misses the item sorter will come out down the bottom and make its way into that chest. This is pretty much the end of it. There's not much else really there to say. You've got yourself hoppers that once locked will not let items travel through them. You open them by using a comparator signal given by the hopper to open that hopper in a little thingy like this. And then you stack them and it looks like this. Then you make it pretty using all of your favorite building blocks. As you can see here, I've used my favorite building blocks. I personally think diorite's underrated. Should be used a lot more. Item sorters are so much more than just sorting items. They can be used in a number of different redstone contraptions and devices. What if, for instance, you want a secret door in the side of your fancy diorite building, and you have a little junk chest there. Doesn't matter what else goes into this junk chest. As you can see, nothing's happening. It's just a junk chest. But if you place in the correct item, boom. Now we have a secret doorway. This is something I have used quite a lot of times for secret openings. And it doesn't even have to be a barrel or a chest. You could throw it onto the ground and have a minecart hopper underneath it, so it's completely hidden. There are many ways you can use the item sorter. Here is if you wanted to see this. It's very, very simple. All I've done is I've made an item sorter here. So it's got my blocks of diamond, which is our special secret key. Goes down through the item sorter, as we've just been through. Quite simple. And then all of the last items that has come down in this chest, which you will probably have back here somewhere inside your base where you can collect it. And once that sends a signal off, I just have it go into a pulse extender here, which goes up and opens up the door. Again, like I said, it's nothing really fancy, very simple. If you want me to go into a bit more detail on this build itself, I don't think I really can, but I can definitely give it a go. It's pretty much covered in this screenshot right here. I hope you've all learnt a lot and had a great time. I will see you guys next time. See ya! Thank you all again for coming down for my very first Redstone video. If you have any comments, suggestions, feedback, or any ideas on what you want me to cover in another Redstone video, please let me know down in the comments section. And if you really did like the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you really like it and you do want to see more content, hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit that bell. Thanks everyone, good night.